my nigga ZAY or whatever we're gonna get into. We used to when I used to then my nigga Tyrell, when I used to cut school with my nigga Tyrell, sometimes I couldn't go to his, sometimes I wouldn't go to his, I couldn't go to his crib.
I'm all about my money and I'm all about my grind. I work twice as hard to get me so far so you could just take what's mine. See, I'm young and I'm different and it comes together with time. If you worry about my bank account is fine.
What all happens, what all goes down, what all went down. You feel me? Hold on, don't forget the fours. You gotta get them fours in there. You gotta get them fours in there. You heard? You heard? But yeah, man, bro. Like I said, I didn't go up around this particular part where the journey where I took y'all. That's where I grew up at. It's pretty much my nigga Ghost. This is where I was accepted at, should I say? Yeah. And I was brought in too. Over here, my nigga Ghost crib. And all that shit, but yeah, Ghost. I mean,
this shit was crazy. I just remember
like your segment.
I remember when we were younger, that fence wasn't that fence. That whole building, all that shit used to be abandoned. Feel me? And when we got out of school, or on a Saturday,
right,
we would fucking come out here, and it was an old fence over there. We would crawl under the fence to get into that parking lot over there, and we was playing anything we could. We was throwing rocks at the building. We was playing kickball. We was playing baseball. We was playing manhunt. We was all over this neighborhood. A lot of the people that we went to school with lived on the street. And I'm not going to say a lot, but I'm going to say a good portion of it. Twerk used to live there. Yeah. Marlo used to live over there.
That's the dude that slammed. Go ahead.
It was just, it was to the point where
Mike used to live here.
Mike Pensaval used to live here. So it was like a lot of our classmates were friends with us outside of school. Some schools, you only seen your friends when you were in school. But we would get out of school, come out on the block and see the motherfuckers we was just with and go continue to live life with them.
Yeah.
You feel me? It was just, it was different back then. Now you hardly see motherfuckers. We used to spend a lot of time with our peers back in the day.
Facts.
You know what I mean? There was a lot going on back here.
Yeah, so everything to the music. You feel me? Pretty much to the music. It's actually, if you look across the street in that little empty spot, that spot is where I shot my what the fuck, what was my first mixtape called?
We don't write hooks.
No, it was way before that. This was my solo shit that I took on.
I think it was just Rail 609 Rail.
No.
Which one was we standing by the act?
No. That was a mixtape for both of us. It was the one where I dropped a single. I mean, I dropped a single mixtape. Y'all was on it. But I dropped a single mixtape.
I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called, but I remember you was sitting
Back Like I Never Left.
Oh, that's what it was.
That was the first actual. Yeah, that's my first actual cover. We took the picture over there. I sat on in front of the cover, and Cash, that's Ghost's little brother. Cash, he shout out to Cash, but Cash, he literally chopped it up like back before y'all had all these editing shits and all these crazy.
Back in our day.
Yeah, Cash chopped that shit up and made that shit look
crazy.
Make it look like how y'all niggas be making shit look in y'all shit nowadays.
Yeah, back in the day it was harder work. Now it's a couple of clicks.
Yeah, but and then I don't know, but then getting into the music shit, you feel me? Once again, my nigga ZAY or whatever we're gonna get into. We used to when I used to then my nigga Tyrell, when I used to cut school with my nigga Tyrell, sometimes I couldn't go to his, sometimes I wouldn't go to his, I couldn't go to his crib sometimes. So I would come over here to ZAY crib. When I would come to ZAY crib, me and ZAY, I would cut with ZAY. I think I probably was in like what? Now I'm in like 9th grade. I think I'm in like 9th grade and I'm cutting school. ZAY was older. ZAY was a little bit older and shit like that.
So he was a sophomore.
Hell no, ZAY was out of school when we used to come to ZAY crib. Nigga, ZAY was like 20, 22 when we was in high school. When we was still when I was in 9th grade, nigga, I didn't meet you yet.
Yeah,
I didn't meet you yet.
Because Ed and ZAY were around the same age. And Dio was only a year younger than ZAY. And they were seniors when I was freshman.
Hell no, they went to school with my brother. They went to school with
or was
Ron Gator.
It was probably that summer then. It was probably that summer before.
I was right here. Like went to school. Like, they went to school with Ron. They went to school with Ron Gator, and Ron Gator is 6 years older than me. That's how I know them. I know them because they used to.
It must have been that summer.
Yeah, so they used to. I used to go to. They've been graduated. Them two niggas been graduated and shit. But yeah, man, like this one niggas used to like. When we got on the music shit, me and Ghost used to do the music or whatever. When we used to do the music, Zay always had questions. Zay always wanted to know how this, how that, how you do this. Even though he was older than us, he knew how to sing. You feel me? Zay knew how to sing and shit like that. But he wasn't really familiar with the studio like that. He wasn't really familiar with how to punch in. He wasn't familiar with how to do doubles. He wasn't familiar with that shit. So
Ad-libs.
And I've been doing this since I was in middle school. I've been doing this since I was in like 6th grade, dog. 6th grade, 7th grade and shit. So it was only right for me to show him how to do it. He went to the studio. He laid the track. I didn't even record shit, but he sung a track. He laced the track. He recorded the track. And I just let him know, like, here, this is where you double. You know, you got to punch in here. You got to, like, you feel me? Like, spread your vocals out and shit and all that. Because he sung and he rapped. You feel me? And stuff like that. But sorry to say, but tragic. You feel me? Sorry to say, but tragic day. I wasn't here. I got a call. I got a call from Barry saying literally like right here in this area.
I think it was right here.
Yeah, right here in this area. I got a call. He was getting out his car. They said he was getting out his car or something, and as he was getting out of his car, like a low truck or like a low some type of low SUV or something, because Zay was 6'6".
I'm gonna tell you what happened. He was and we know the girl, Charlene's sister Jenny. He was supposed to go on a date to the movies with Jenny, and Jenny had pulled up. So Zay is on the driver's side of Jenny's car, leaned over, talking to her. I think it was not a pickup but a dump truck. Like you said, Zay was tall. So Zay was standing, at this point, he stood straight up. And when the dump truck came down the street, the mirror of the dump truck hit him. Feel me? Tragic.
Nigga, it was a Spanish dude in a truck.
Yeah, the Spanish dude who was illegal that was driving the dump truck.
Well, I don't know if he was illegal or what it was. I know the nigga was in a truck, and when the nigga was in the truck, he hit him. And it's this nigga named Eves. They all went to school together. They played ball. They did all that shit. And Eves was out here. Well, I don't know. Well, maybe that's the version Ghost heard, but the version that I heard that they called when Barry called me and told me that, and then what I heard from Dio was he was in a car and he was getting out the car, and then when he was literally getting out the car, the truck wasn't paying attention. It was a truck or SUV, wasn't paying attention. They drove by and they hit him. They like hit him in his head or whatever. Hit him in his head, and when they hit him in his head or whatever, he was laid out, and then they pulled him over. And then when they pulled him over, Eve ran and jumped in his car because the dude got here and the dude took off. Eve jumped in the car and Eve literally chased him down, took a picture of his license plates, but he was literally trying to like run the dude or ran the dude off the road. What they was explaining to me, but dude just got loose on him. And they literally couldn't find him. I mean, didn't literally couldn't find him, but he did get the license plates. But after they got the license plates and shit like that, you feel me? They rushed him to the hospital. I'm not pretty sure when he passed, but I think it was maybe the next day or in the morning. In the morning, Zay passed. But I learned a lot of shit from that nigga, man. I learned a lot of shit from Zay, like watching Troy. There's a motherfucking movie called Troy that me and him, when I would come over, the movie was like 2 hours long, but the nigga, he made it 4 hours because we would watch the movie and he would keep pausing it to explain to me exactly what these niggas was talking about, the heroic shit that these niggas was talking about, explaining to me like when you grow up, like this is the type of shit that niggas need to be on. Like this is the type of shit that niggas need to be doing. You feel me? Like it was a clip in there where he was like, with a dude with I forgot his name from Troy, but the main character Brad Pitt played, he got into a fight or a scuffle when he was like, why will I kill you here? He was like, why will I kill you here when he's like, why will I kill you here alone when nobody else is here to see you die? That'll take away from my glory. I didn't understand what that shit meant. I didn't understand what the fuck that shit meant. But he paused the movie and he simply explained it to me. Simply explained it to me, nigga. Why the fuck would I kill you? Obviously, if nobody's around to see you, I get no glory, I get no nothing from it. You feel me? So he was saying broadcast your talent because we was doing music. He was saying broadcast your talent. All this little shit we doing, spitting bars, doing this around these little bit of people, they're not really doing nothing. Do that shit global. Do that shit all around. But Zay just had hella sayings. They had just, I don't know, man. His for a young nigga at that age, I thought he was so old because we were so young. But at that time, bro, his mentality was just like, so now I'm getting all fucked up. But the mentality was just like different. You feel me? I spent a lot of time with this nigga, yo. Like on the porch, chilling on the porch with Dio. I remember being on the porch one time. When the cops pulled up on Dio. When the cops pulled up on Dio and them niggas and shit like that, we was all chilling on the porch. But like I said, man, I've been around this nigga a lot. But let's walk around the corner. You gonna stay in the front or you wanna? But yeah, let's walk around the corner. We're gonna show Dio crib. You feel me? We're gonna show Dio crib and all that type shit.
I don't think it was the morning because I was working night shift when I got the call.
I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know when it happened, but I just know for simple fact that was the vivid story that I remember. Eves chasing him down, and in the windshield, the dude. I meant to say rear view mirror. My bad.
Side mirror.
Yeah, hit him in the head. I mean, pretty much hit him in the head, and the nigga took off and shit like that. Because remember, they porch was ripped off when we used to when I used to be around here. They porch was ripped off.
This Zay house. This Zay house right here.
Cause this shit wasn't here.
And
when we
were younger,
it was
this wasn't here
because it was getting redone.
Yeah.
I remember his mom was having that shit redone, and that shit was like completely like ripped off or whatever. But I remember them niggas. I remember sitting on the porch with all them niggas pulling up on Dio. Dio was younger brother. I remember them niggas. I remember the cops pulling up on Dio and shit. We all on the porch like. I had to be like 16. I had to be like 16, 17 around that time and shit. We was all doing it because I was still in school. I remember, but I don't know, man. It's memories, man. That shit crazy. But RIP my nigga Zay, man. I know you watching this. I know you feel me? I know you watching this, bro. You always used to watch this. You always fuck with us, like, you feel me? Hope everything good up there. We love you and all that type shit and everything going good, but that shit crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I know it fucked me up. Cause that's my nigga Zay, man. Like that's my nigga Zay. Like that shit fucked me up. That shit fucked me up crazy. It ain't hit me when he called, like it ain't hit me when he called me, but after a minute, like after a little bit, I'm like, damn. The nigga, his number is still in my phone right now. His number is literally still in my phone.
That shit hit me when because I remember Cliff is the one that called me when I was at work. Everybody wanted to tell me immediately when it happened, and they was talking to my mom about when to tell me, and they knew I was like unbalanced mentally.
Right.
So they waited. They said we're gonna wait till he clock out before we tell them. So I found out at 6 o'clock in the morning. But they told me it had happened at like 1 a.m. or some shit like that. So that shit hit me immediately. I cried in the car.
Yeah, I don't think I cried till like probably like cause my girl was at my house when he told me, and I didn't want to look all soft and shit. So I cried like 2 days. I cried like a day late. I cried when I was alone and I was able to really process
what happened?
Like he's not here no more. Yeah. Like, I was really able to process that shit like Zay's not here no more.
That shit
so
crazy. Cause I remember when I got off work and I went around to the house and like, I mean, I know I cried in the car at the job. I was working at Sleepy's in Robbinsville. But I came around here and I just walked in. I walked in Zay house. I ain't knocked or nothing. I just walked in Zay house.
Right.
And I seen Gayla, which was Zay's mom.
Right.
And I just went and gave her a hug, started crying again. That shit hurt.
Yeah. I just know, man, he used to always be around my brothers. That's how I met him. I obviously met him through my brother and stuff. Cause my nickname, they used to call me Relly Hawk and shit back then. So every time he used to see me, he used to be like, "What's good, Relly Hawk?" Listen, I didn't even know who he was. I just thought him and his brother was some super Saiyan tall ass niggas. Like I've never seen anybody they height before growing up until obviously I got older, but and shit like that. But that shit was wild. But RP Zay, man, we love you, nigga. It's been mad long since brought you up. I'm gonna definitely throw his picture up. You feel me? So y'all can see who we talking about.
Yeah.
And all that type shit. But
I went and got him tatted on my arm, but it's too cold to be taking off these layers to show y'all. I got the RIP right here and shit.
Well, already like I even got a track that I did. I even got a track like literally after that. And it's funny because he actually heard the verse. He actually heard that verse where I threw him in there. And the first thing he said was like, "Damn, nigga, you threw me. You feel me? You threw me in the track." I just want 5 seconds of silence. Lost somebody very dear to us. Isaiah Harris. The 1600 block East State, Hampton. Just want 5 seconds of silence. That's it. Thank you. And amen. We miss you, nigga. Real talk. In the track or whatever. He threw me in the track or whatever. And I don't know. That shit was just that shit just hurt, nigga. That shit just hurt, but yeah. But I don't know. And I even gave him on the track. I even was like, "Yo, let me get like 30 seconds, 20 seconds of silence on my mixtape or whatever for him." Dropped the beat, dropped the snare, nigga, muted everything for him and all that. And that probably was like a couple months after the incident or a couple months after the shit happened. So, but yeah. Yeah, man.
I know.
But on another note, the crib we just passed or whatever, used to be this nigga named Phil that used to live there, Army nigga.
Phil Dumeg. Shout out my nigga Brazy.
What's the nigga name I was about to fight because he had my game or some shit?
You're about to fight Kurt, big black ass.
Imagine 50 Cent. And imagine a baby 50 Cent. You feel me? When he was when 50 was still Diesel. You feel me? But what I'm about to say?
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, just send it to me. Go throw it in the joint. But yeah, what the fuck happened with him? I remember with that nigga, we traded games or we traded some, and I don't know what happened, but I know the nigga was bigger than me. I know the nigga was bigger than me. And man, he was about to rock, and then he was about to fight or whatever. And the only thing that stopped me from going over there was Barry. That's the only thing that stopped me from going over there was Barry. Barry talks to him. Barry actually went over. He actually went over there with me, and pretty much, solved the issue and all that kind of stuff. Now, I don't know if we want to talk about Barry because of the situation and all that shit.
No, absolutely not.
Barry was cool to me. You feel me? Like
it's one of those subjects that it needs its own spotlight, and I'm not willing to give it. Feel me? Yeah. So we're not gonna do none of that.
I'm just gonna say Barry did provide us weights, the punching bags, and all that kind of shit.
He was great for a time.
He said he was building a studio for 12 years.
It was to the point where he was taking so long building the studio, we fucking built one.
Yeah,
we built the studio before he finished his.
Yeah, pretty much. And shit like that, but stuff like that, but yeah. To be real, for me, I'm gonna say this gonna conclude the video. Gonna conclude what y'all wanted to see, what I showed y'all. You feel me? Like everything, everywhere, and shit like that is my neighborhood, my circle. where I grew, where I was. You know, that made me just build and make good and better decisions to make me be able to do what I do and what I can do. So, but if Ghost, if you got anything that you want to say?
You remember when I broke my thumb?
Oh, nah, I don't.
You don't? So, if you spin around, I'll show you the exact place where I broke my fucking thumb.
All right.
When we were younger, there's another guy that used to be cool with us. His name was Phil Charles.
I remember Phil. I remember me and Phil trying to rob a nigga for their laptop in the park.
Phil used to live right here.
That was before you moved down the street?
Yeah, he used to live right here in that house on the corner.
Right.
Phil had an older brother named Tashon. Shout out T-Time.
Oh, that was his real name?
Yeah.
I always thought it was T-Time. I know they were different names.
You never knew what it was. So, we out here tossing the football around right in this little area, right in front of a crib, right?
Yeah.
He in the street throwing the ball to me because obviously there was no traffic. He threw the ball. Now, back in the day...
Let's not forget the lady that used to live here with the fat-ass butt. But go ahead.
You talking about Pat?
Yes. we were kids. Go ahead.
So, she used to have that ass all on that motorcycle. But listen,
and she had a motorcycle.
She had a yellow... I want to say Kawasaki, but I think Kawasaki didn't come in yellow. It was probably... We'll get to it.
Yeah.
This part of the cement used to be raised because there was a tree here and the fucking roots were pushing the cement up. So Sean throws the ball to me and I'm running. My foot get caught on the part of the cement that's raised. And when you're younger, they tell you make the diamond. You catch the ball in the diamond. You remember that? Make a diamond with your hands. Boom, cup the ball.
Right.
So when I go to trip or whatever,
right,
I bring my thumbs in because I'm about to fall and protect my face with my hands. At that same moment when I'm bringing my thumbs in, you feel me? The ball catches my thumb. I'm gonna put it to the mic so I can hear it. Push that bitch all the way back. Thumb broke, still broken on some shit.
Ew, I never knew that.
You never knew that? Yeah, my thumb broke it, right? It snapped that bitch right there. And then he was like, oh, it's just jammed. It's just jammed. Let me see your hand. This nigga gonna pull up to me and go like this. You gotta pull it out. And my thumb broken, boy. And he tugging on my thumb. It's not broken. You gonna put some ice on it. You'll be fine. Bitch, I came home later, cashed it the fuck up. They put me in the cast from here down to my fucking forearm.
Yeah, I remember the cast. I remember the cast. I don't know how I have. I remember the cast though.
Yeah.
All right, so this is my question. I wanted to ask Ghost that he doesn't know. That you ain't remind me to ask him, motherfucker. That we're gonna ask him. It was a time where I got kicked out. Me and Ghost was living in the same exact fucking room, right? As me and Ghost was living in the same exact fucking room, I used to go out with this. I was with this girl named Darby. You know, blonde hair, blue eyes. I used to talk to her, whatever.
Come on, star.
I know. And we used to. Me and her. We was together. We was together. And I said, come on, let's walk in front of Ghost crib real quick. Walk in front of Ghost crib. So, as weird. So my thing is, I've been with this girl since we was in like what? I think like 8th grade. I think like 8th grade. We was with this girl like 8th grade or whatever. 10. And it'd be like 11th grade. Or, it was 12th grade. It was 12th grade.
Because I was going to night school at that time.
He was going to night school. Why? This is the Ghost question. Ghost. So back then, I used to have hella girls, but she was my main girl that I always was with. But I used to be, bagging, all the girls and shit. Back then, it was chirps. It was chirps back then. Why the fuck, Ghost? This is the question to you. I told Ghost, yeah, she about to come over to the crib. We about to, you feel me? Ghost like, all right, got you. I'm gonna clean the room for you. Why does Ghost clean the room and the only thing he leaves on the floor is my cheating phone? But everything else is clean. Imagine a spotless room with a cheating phone there. And she walks up first in the room. I wanted to know, why did you leave my phone right there next to the bed where the whole clean room goes? That's my question. Why did you do that?
First off, it's 16, 17 years ago, so I really don't remember. But second off, I just left it there. I wasn't thinking about your phone.
Apparently, nigga. Apparently, the nigga was thinking about my phone.
I didn't know which phone was your.
I only had one phone. I had the Great Chirp shit.
You just said you had a cheating phone.
That was it.
Oh, I thought you had two phones.
No, nigga, I had two phones. All right, so this is the next question I wanted. This is the next question I wanted to ask him, and this is my fault. I just wanted to get how he felt about this. You know, we were kids. We were like, I think maybe 11th or 12th grade.
I think I already know where you're going with this.
So we had a show at school. We had a talent show. We rehearsed for it. I'm going to repeat. This is my fault. I'm going to say it again. This is my fault. We had a show. We rehearsed for it. We went to school. We made a mix. We literally went to the studio. We made a goddamn show CD. We made a show CD and everything. You feel me? We got the shit mixed down. We got the vocals taken out so we could spit over it and do what we're supposed to do because, you know, we was artists. That's what we did, you know. And it was at the school. It was a talent show. Ghost was there at the show waiting for me to get to the fucking auditorium or the talent show. And you wanna know what the fuck I was doing? After we did all that shit, you wanna know what the fuck I was doing and how I fucked it up? It's me and my dad. My dad's the whole time we're in the car, my dad's telling me, "Are you sure you wanna go do this? You have a show. You guys have a show. Are you sure you wanna go do this?" I'm like, yes. And what he's talking about is, am I sure that I want to go to the mall and buy the new sidekick while Ghost is at the fucking thing waiting and we only had a certain amount of fucking time to do the show? But I'm begging and crying for my dad to take me to get a new sidekick that we could have literally got the next day after we did the show and did all that shit. So my question to Ghost is, I fucked up, but I wouldn't know because I never asked him because we was kids. I didn't really take that consideration, but I did later once we started doing music. How'd you feel about that, Ghost?
I was upset for more than one reason. I was upset over the situation because one, we have put all of this effort into the show to prepare for the show because we was gonna rip this stadium. This was gonna be the one. Yeah. You feel me? We put that work in for this. Yeah. But other than that same day, I remember back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember those little pocket motorcycles. Right. I had a red one and I had another one that I was building. This other motorcycle went faster than my red one, went like 25 miles an hour, some shit like that. And I called it the suicide because when I was putting it together with scrap parts, I never found the other handlebar. So I only had one handlebar and that was the one that the throttle was on. I'm on Perry Street or some shit. I'm out in Trenton and something happens. Oh, I hit a bump and I'm in the...
Wait, nigga, is this answering my question?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I was looking and I seen a wheel in the air and I was like, that's funny. And it happened to be the wheel off my bike, off the motorcycle I was on. So I took that tumble, got fucked up. I left the bike out there, spin it in a circle. Knee was fucked up, back was fucked up. And the part that I was pissed about is that I went through all that shit and still made it to the school for the show. And this nigga's at the goddamn mall. That's why I was mad. If none of that shit would have happened, I'd be like, But I got fucked up out there in the street by myself.
And the funny thing is he kept calling me too. I didn't ignore him, but I just was like saying different shit. I kept telling him different shit like, my youngest dude. I don't know what took so long to get there. I don't know if the phone just dropped or it just came out. That's maybe why it took so long. Or maybe it was just the ride to the mall and then the ride to where the school was. Because by the time I got to the school, bro, like
shit was over.
It was over, or I think they just, when it was our turn, it was just they skipped us. Yeah. Because I wasn't there. But yeah, that's pretty much like not all these years, but it's been like 2 years because I actually thought about it. Because Tariq brought that shit up one day. He was like, because we was all talking, he was like, yo, Cause I was talking about my first performances and shit. And the first performance I actually did was at Rutgers one time. But he was like, nah, nigga, you were supposed to perform with Ghost at the school, and y'all went through all that shit and you didn't go. Why? And then I explained it to him, and when I explained it to him, he was like, so it was your fault then, nigga. You fucked up. That's why you didn't go. I was like, yeah, because I wanted a fucking phone. I wanted the phone. But niggas already know now, like, I'm an electronic fiend. Like, I love electronics. And I learned that back then. But this gonna conclude now. This gonna conclude the motherfucking video or whatever. Nigga Ghost, you feel me? Me. Shout out to handles and all that shit so we can link it all up.
It's Ghost Almighty everywhere. If you got Google and your thumbs work, it's Ghost Almighty. Almighty with 2 L's. You feel me? You can find me. If you look at, you can find me. You can find my SoundCloud, my Apple Music, all that shit. Oh, by the way, Atrape out right now, streaming on all platforms.
Was that the TikTok and all that too? Was it
everything?
So these are your
Everything.
TikTok,
I copyright
your clapper, like what?
Yeah, yeah. I trademarked Ghost Almighty in 2016. You can't use that name with 2 L's and have it go through. It ain't gonna work. It's trademarked.
Well, always been a pleasure, Ghost. It's time to do content and all that type of shit. You feel me? But if you watch the video, appreciate you watching the video. You already know. You feel me? If niggas don't know, screen team up. Y'all team fucked. But yeah, you already know. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And yeah, man, we'll definitely see you on the next one.
Y'all be safe, man.
Bitch ass niggas.
I'm all about my money and I'm all about my grind. I work twice hard to get me so far so you can just take what's mine. See, I'm young and I'm different and it comes together with time. If you worry about my bank account is fine.